Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Play action. It's Eason. That's pulled in by the rookie from USC, Michael Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Eason sets to throw it. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. This is Mack on the counter. He can't get him down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Number 25, Marlon.
4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Down at the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Eason on 2nd down. This goes to Mack on the check down. Mack gets hit, and the ball is free. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line. The
Indy offense at the line and set to go. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Here's Eason off the play fake. Looking for Campbell downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
They go play action with Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Mark Andrews. Touchdown.
Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now Pittman on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing is Eason. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He'll take it at the 42. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Darius Geis, the ball carrier.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Raven first down.
Quick throw taken in by Snead. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Mark Ingram. His third touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points in. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Jacob Eason
coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Back at the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 14.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Darius Leonard on the tackle. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 21-0 our score after 1.
Score, Ravens 21, Colts nothing.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And here's Rodgers on the return. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
Eason hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
43-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Eason. He'll buy some time right. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Second down, here's Eason. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason flush to his right. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
He's got a man complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens will add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake. Eason dancing to his left. This one into the hands of Burton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun is Eason. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason escaping the pressure right. Complete to Hilton. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A gain there of 21 yards.
At the 18-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
It's a gain of 7.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Eason. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return, it's Rodgers. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Tighten up, tighten up.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
7 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. On the ground, Geis, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 35, Colts nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 13. Check 13.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Jackson.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check 4. Watch twins. Watch twins.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Taken from just outside the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Ravens 42, Colts nothing. Justin Tucker.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, the good news, they got to stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it?
That's a great question because we're not even going to talk about how do they win it, right? We want to see how they can kind of claw back and at least make themselves feel better about the game because this one is likely out of reach, but maybe one possession at a time. Try and play a little bit better and have some respect when you come out of the game.
To throw again, Eason. And once more for Hilton, and this time complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Eason over the middle, complete. That's Mack. And he's got this down to the 35. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Play action. It's Eason. Eason gets hit, and the ball pops free. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason. And this is incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
29, Darius Geis, the ball carrier.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll come out in the pistol. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, Geis. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Complete to Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews.
Baltimore.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week? And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after.
Extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score. Ravens 63. Colts nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now this will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
He was taken.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him. Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
Watch the pass. Check.
Here's Eason to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019 and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
Now this throw caught left side and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's tackled.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
3rd down.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Today's final score.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore